Good morning, everyone. About to head out the door to go to a meeting pretty soon. And it's one of those brunch or over lunch meetings or whatever, which food is a great draws people in for lots of things. Um, and I've never had a problem with saying yes to food, but living with chronic kidney disease, even though my numbers and things seem to be doing better. I'm keeping things more under control by watching what I eat, using the Kidney Diet app, staying connected within a couple of different support groups and all of that. And I know my hair looks crazy. I'm halfway working on my head and trying to get out the door. All that being said, there's going to be lots of food. It's usually food that's really delicious. And let's face it, it's usually food that's fried, full of salt, sugar, processed meats, all kinds of lovely stuff that really aren't the best for my kidneys. But, when I go, I do want to participate. I do want to eat. Sure, I can just get a bottle of water and everybody's going to look at me like I'm from another planet or something. So, I can carry my own coffee or my own bottle of water. And then I have to pick and choose between what's there. Sometimes there's fruit there, but people see fruit and they're usually like, fruit, 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 fruit. Ooh, but look at that chicken over there. Look at that barbecue over there. Look at that. That's super glazed with salt and blah, blah, blah. Look at that dessert. Woo, that's got about 1,000,000 calories. And I'm not so focused on calories. I'm focused on what's really healthful and healthy and nutritious for me and what will agree with my body. Because taking care of my kidneys, eating the right things and taking care of my kidneys, it impacts a lot of areas of my body. So I'm not only focusing on my kidneys, I'm focusing on, am I going to eat something that's going to be good or bad as far as cholesterol, as far as my blood pressure? How will it impact everything? Because I don't want a domino effect of negativity. I want things to stay where they're upright and I can manage things and manage life and feel good. Yesterday I was having a conversation with someone about my book that I've been working on, and because I'm in a stage now where I'm trying to get it translated into other languages and I want to roll everything out together at the same time. And that person immediately got kind of defensive with me. Oh, so you're saying people have to eat Whole Foods? And if they don't eat Whole Foods, what? Are they going to hell? I never said that. But the foods that I eat, which have been deemed the healthier and appropriate foods for better kidney function, for better blood pressure, better for someone that has heart disease and pre-diabetic or all these situations. Those foods just happen to be the same thing that's in the Bible, in the Old Testament. People say they believe the Bible, but they want to believe parts of it. I'm just saying that the foods that I'm eating are those same things that line up in the Bible. Oh, well, foods aren't that good now, and everything has pesticides, and everything is terrible, and blah, blah, blah. Nobody can afford, Whole Foods and all that. It's like, well, I can't say that nobody can afford it. I know that there are different financial stipulations within my own life because of living with chronic kidney disease and controlled high blood pressure now. It used to be uncontrolled, but now it's controlled high blood pressure. And still being considered pre-diabetic. They watch my numbers closely, my A1C and all that very closely. And, the heart disease and all that bit. So, living in this state and with the medical bills and things that I endure and me not being old enough to be retired and have Social Security and Medicare and all of that stuff, me having to work so that I can have a place to live, so that I can have food to eat, so I can pay for any medical needs that I have. If I eat healthier, I'm not spending as much money at the doctor for this, that, and the other. This is just what I've noticed. I don't know what other people have noticed. This is what I have noticed. And in this state, there are options available. Yes, I live in what's considered to be a food desert, meaning there aren't as many resources nearby of where there would be affordable groceries and all of that. And there's like lots of dust flying in the air. I'm going to have to vacuum. So there's not as many resources that are nearby for food. Not like within walking distance. There's only one, and their prices are so high that a head of lettuce is $5.99 now. That's a bit much. As of last week, that's what I saw. So I haggled till I was able to get 2 romaine for $2.99 because I said $5.99 for that little ball of lettuce. That's a bit much. I won't be eating lettuce anymore unless I grow it in my home. And I won't be growing heads. I'll be growing the backyard variety that looks like a bunch of weeds. Anyway. So, I was trying to explain to this person that in this state, yes, there are resources for people, such as the Community Cooks program, which I've talked to several people about. I've shared my box openings here on YouTube. I have gone out in the community. I've talked to people about it. It's a good program. Free food. And now I think they're transitioning into possibly charging people a small amount. But to get a box every week with good, fresh, wholesome food and a couple of recipes to help you get started on your way to learning how to eat healthier and do better things for your life. I think that's very significant. It's a big deal. And it's still a savings. Even if I had to pay a little bit, it's still a savings because it's helping to change my health and my life and providing me with a much needed resource. And I also shared about, there's other things here. We have Sisters Camelot in Minneapolis. It's a bunch of people that have a plot of land that, they lease the land from the city, probably for $1 or whatever. And they plant and grow food, harvest the food. The people that are gardening, that are doing the work and planting, of course, they're getting food themselves, but they'll harvest the rest of that. And they set up time once a month where they go different locations with a big old truck and they give away food for free. People just need to show up, have on a mask so that we're respectful to everybody and not causing anybody to get sick, and bring some bags. It's helpful if they bring their own bags. Free. So there you got Community Cooks, which is also known as Appetite for Change. You've got Sisters Camelot. For older residents in the community, there's NAPS, Nutritional Assistance Program for Seniors, called NAPS, through Second Harvest Heartland. Maybe something different in your area. Look and see what you can find. If you are not in this area, see what you can find in your area that offers that. And that's like a commodity box. And you've got cereal, you have dried beans, you got canned fruits and vegetables, you have some source of milk and rice, maybe peanut butter or something, and you also have another source of protein such as meat. Free. And then there are also what we call mobile food shelves. Mobile food shelves, they're from within the community. There's different groceries and places, Whole Foods, Target, Lund's, Byerly's, a number of places. Could be different in your area. But as they go through their inventory and they have to change out food, they're watching those expiration dates and things. When the food starts coming close to the date or it's time for more food to be brought in, they have to get rid of that other food. And usually they give it to a local nonprofit that will take it and store it, freeze what needs to be frozen, refrigerate the rest, and people have already done their paperwork saying, yes, this is a need for me here in this community. Those people can come on that set day with their ID and basically go grocery shopping for free. Now, I know this may not be the program for everyone, but it's a great help to a lot of people. And so that's another way that people who have a need can get some stuff. Now, the mobile food shelf, they do also give a lot of breads and treats and all of that. So it can be carb heavy some days. But there is good, healthy, nutritious food too. There is halal food for those that need that particular diet. There's fish, there's chicken, there's beef. Sometimes there's pork, but that's always kept in a separate area so that people that do not eat the pork do not have to worry about picking up the wrong thing. But there's lots of options. Always potatoes and onions and garlic and bananas and that kind of stuff. So there are things out there for people that are serious about eating healthier. And I can't explain why the person decided to be argumentative with me at that time, but whatever. All I have to say is there are options. Now, whether or not a person chooses to eat healthier, that's on them. If you know the difference between healthy and unhealthy and you choose to eat the unhealthy stuff, that is a personal choice. And then you have to live with that personal choice. You have to live with the consequences of your actions. That's like knowing that you got rent coming up due and you decide to go to the casino or somewhere and blow all your money. Or you decide you want to travel and see the world, but your rent is due next week. We all have choices that we can make. And life means change, like I say. But are you going to grow by it? That will be up to you. I can't make that choice for you. You can't make that choice for me. So when I go out, like to meetings or things like this today, I have to be prepared. I've got my Kidney Diet app, but then I've been doing this long enough that now I'm aware of some simple basic things that I can eyeball and get there and look at and say, okay, I think I'd like this and this and this if there's prepared meal. And knowing, that my body has a problem with animal proteins, if there's not a lot of options there, I may take something, but then I wouldn't eat the full piece because the animal protein leaks out in my case. So we all have choices that we can make, and but don't be in despair or thinking that there's no hope. There's only no hope if you choose to not take those steps and take actions and work towards the hope that is there, because it's there. You just have to want it. And if you don't want it, honey, can't nobody help you. But thanks for listening to me ramble a little bit. My hope for you is that you're taking care of yourself, that you're gleaning some information out of these videos, and I hope that people will actually get my book when I have it out. And I just hope for the best for people, really. I want people to be healthy. I want people to be informed. To be informed is a really important thing. I really would like for people to be informed and to know that there is something that you can do for yourself. Be your best advocate. And make steps forward. Even if the steps don't seem big, even if you can't see improvement right away, keep making those steps forward, inching forward. Like if you threw a marble at a brick wall, that first hit, you're not going to notice anything. But if you kept throwing it and kept throwing it and kept throwing it, over time you'll see it chip away at some of the old, and you'll see a new surface exposed. So let's work together to continue to chip away at the old and move forward as much as you can. Take care of yourselves, or if you have a family member that's going through the chronic kidney disease or any kind of renal disease, take those efforts and steps for yourself and for them, and let's just continue to move forward. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If the video is helpful to you or you think it might be helpful to someone that you know, I'd appreciate it if you'd share it with them. Hit that like button too, if you're able to, because then that helps the YouTube algorithm know that this is helpful to someone. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to talking to you again soon.